Welcome to Candid Creole. Today we are meeting with Danielle Saint-Lot. Danielle is the founder and president of the Danielle Saint-Lot Haiti Women's Foundation. And Danielle is an ambassador for women empowerment. She's a member of the Advisory Council of NAHP, and she's the president and CEO of Caribbean Business Consulting, a boutique consulting firm that provides customized solutions for private sector and business development in Haiti. Danielle is also the founder and president of the Danielle Saint-Lot Haiti Women Foundation. The nonprofit advances program empower Haitian women and grow the creative economy. The DSLF has set a goal of educating, mobilizing, empowering, and positioning Haitian women as an economic force through its #Smart Farm initiative. With her passion in addressing women's rights and empowerment issues, Danielle also serves as ambassador at large of the Republic of Haiti for Women's Empowerment. Danielle is co-founder of Femmes en Démocratie, the Vital Voices Haiti chapter, and a member of the Vital Voices Global Advisory Council, a select group of extraordinary and effective women leaders. Previously, Danielle was Minister of Tourism and has the distinction of having been Haiti's first female Minister of Commerce and Industry. Danielle also served as Executive Director of Haiti Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Among her many accolades, she is one of the first recipients of the DVF Awards by Diane von Furstenberg and the Diller von Furstenberg Family Foundation, which honors extraordinary women who have the courage to fight, the power to empower, and the leadership to inspire. Danielle holds a Bachelor's of Arts in International Relations from the State University of Haiti. And Danielle also earned a degree in International Economic Relations from the Institute for International Public Administration of Paris, France. Welcome. You are a woman of so many talents, and you've accomplished so much, and it is a privilege and a pleasure to meet with you today. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
It's a real pleasure to be part of this candid conversation, and I really commend you for this, virtual effort, because it's important to tell about us. You see, yes. We Haitian, especially women, we should tell about ourselves and also about other women that are inspiring us, whether it's in the diaspora or in Haiti, globally.
Yes. That is so true. It is so important to me to be able to do that, and sometimes we can just really start something. It doesn't need money. It's just like you start where you are with what you have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the cost is really my time. So, and then I so appreciate everybody else who joined in.
And also your intelligence, because you're a smart farm.
Woohoo! I like that. I like that. Thank you. I would love for you to tell me about the organization, because I know you and we spoke briefly before we met tonight, and you talked to me about how you're trying to help women with the way to change tradition of cooking avec charbon.
Yes. First, I have to tell you that I have been involved in, supporting women, women empowerment for the last 20 years. And it's my passion. It's not what pays my bills. It's my business consulting firm. But that's what really I want to dedicate most of my time to that. So, and recently, 2 years ago, we launched an initiative to encourage women and their family to switch from charcoal to propane gas. But we did it through a movement that we call Smart Farm. Smart Farm is about women using technology, mostly their smartphone, to empower themselves, empower their family and their communities. Because in Haiti, for a small country like Haiti, we have 3 million smartphones in Haiti and 6 million mobile phones. So it's the best way to communicate. It's the best way to educate. So we said, okay, let's do something practical, and target 3 specific issues. First, you have the environmental issue, because 90% of Haitian households use charcoal or wood for cooking. Wood in a rural area, and at urban level, they use charcoal. Mm-hmm. We are the only country using charcoal for cooking in the Caribbean region. When they use charcoal, it's for barbecue. It's not for the daily cooking.
Yes.
And we are addressing an health issue. In Haiti, we don't have 250 deaths from COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we have less than 250, or I think 252. Those are the last numbers, official numbers from the Ministry of Health. While we have 8,000 to 10,000 people that die in Haiti due to charcoal smoke.
Oh, wow.
And they are mostly 58% women, because they are the one cooking. And children less than 5 years old, because they are the ones staying at home with their mothers.
Oh,
so
wow.
While the world, it's there, we know COVID is a very, very difficult issue, especially for our older people in the diaspora, the over 60, we have lost a lot of, people from the diaspora. It's very sad, but you see the burden of losing family. So it's like a common issue in Haiti because of charcoal use. And I'm talking about 8,000 to 10,000 per year with respiratory issue.
Yes.
We see, the breathing the people have now, that we all know now with COVID, Haitian has been living for years with this because of charcoal.
Because of and they have a breathing problem, and it's not being addressed.
Exactly, and especially the kids, the children, less than 5 years old, and the women, 58% women. So it's a health issue. It's an environmental issue, and also it's an economic issue. Yes. Because propane gas costs 50%, the use of propane gas costs 50% less than using charcoal.
Gas costs less?
Absolutely. But the major issue, the family, the household, they can't afford to buy the réchaud or the cook stove or the oven, and also the bottle. It's a minimum 70, 100 investment to have the whole set for the minimum, like not even an oven, a réchaud with only one fourneau. So this way, and also we're also addressing a social issue, because the family, the woman that has an oven that is not using charcoal, it's like a social promotion for her. It's a promotion of her status. And it's very important.
Yes,
for people to have self-esteem, and also
so they feel elevated.
Absolutely. And also it responds, it meets a gender, issue, because when you have a stove and an oven, boys and men, they participate to the cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
So
if
that
they
will
have
make
to
it like a family it's like making it as a family
exactly,
affair.
exactly. So because when it's about charcoal, it's only the woman or worse, the rest avec. The young girl, the
Yes.
little girl coming from the rural area that's there and
Yes.
cleaning the chaudière.
Yes. Yes.
It's, you know, it's a burden on the family. It's a burden on maybe girls and women.
So let me ask you, we are the only country in the Caribbean using charcoals on a daily basis for food. Why do you think that is?
Because the other countries, they have public policies to promote other source of energy, whether it's about electricity, charcoal, or solar energy. Like in the Dominican Republic, they subsidize, so they provide the family with the bottle, lowering the cost. And when you go to the DR, the only people using charcoal for daily cooking are Haitian living in the Bate or along the borders.
So they're still doing it even though they're living next
yes,
in the
because
next
also
one.
it's also about education.
Yes.
Some people they
don't
think
know better.
or a lot of Haitians don't think that the taste of the food is not the same.
That's what they say?
That's what they say. So it's about awareness, education, and also making demonstrations. So we make cooking show, we make cooking competition for people to understand. We promote.
So you do all of that?
With our foundation, yes, we do that. You know.
How does it go?
Last time we had a cooking competition, and Top Chef Juan Duprat came. He was part of the jury with two other chefs in Haiti. And we had Mika Ben, Tony Ambake, which is a rap star, and Paul Beauvoir. They are the artists. They were the one cooking.
So you had music and all?
Music and cooking, and you know, everybody was expressed to see those men that are stars cooking. And it's also about promoting positive masculinity.
Yes. So when you did the cooking competition and you made it such an event, like a great event, what was the result after that from the women who thought you had to cook on charcoal for the food to taste good? What was the result?
It's a process.
Okay.
And we have to have, you know, different activities. Some get it, some not really. But it's a process. But
so
at urban level, you don't need to educate the women, especially the new generation, because they want it, but they can't afford it.
So it's the older generation who doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it.
Okay.
Or they're scared of it also. They're scared of it. So you have to educate, you have to test, you have to do demonstration, it's a process to get in their households.
So the younger ones, they do get it and they want it. It's just a question of affording it.
The young one, they look at movies. Some, even if they don't travel,
with the
they know
internet
about
access.
it. Exactly. They know about it. But one of the problem, it's even the one that have the cook stove or the oven, they still use charcoal. It's like they use it half, or if they have a maid or someone, they use it themselves, like the madame use it.
Yes, they still use
the charcoal. So you have now to tell them, make them calculate, so that they see that it will affect their budget positively to use the charcoal.
So how you can best have those, because it's anchored in our culture. I grew up in Haiti.
Yes, we all.
Yes, and that's we did have a stove, but it was rarely used. And that was a long time ago.
For Sundays.
Because the lady who cook for us is always on charcoals.
Yes.
And actually, she never got to use the stove. If the stove was being used, it was by one of the family members, and that
Absolutely.
was very rare, very rare. So that's from generation. I mean, that's anchored in us. So what
Uh-huh.
is the I'm assuming that they don't understand the impact on the environment either, especially the older generation, and
Uh-huh.
what it's doing to us living in Haiti, the environment when you keep using wood or charcoals, what you're doing to the environment. Is that something that's addressed with them as well, or they don't understand it?
When we make our awareness initiative activities, we don't really focus really on the environment
Okay.
because we know that's not what is going really to touch the people.
That's not going to touch them.
What is going really to touch them, convince them, influence them? It's the economy, it's the budget, and
The
also
budget
the health, and also the
and
health.
health.
And
Okay.
health. But the one that really works more is the economic aspect because it's close to them. It's a daily issue. And
Yes.
also the social status improvement. Oh, yes. So they love it,
Yes.
Like they are,
That's
they are,
very important
yes,
in Haiti.
absolutely. They don't smoke like, they don't smell
Yes.
charcoal or smoke,
Yes.
and they are, yeah, and they are so
Yes,
proud
because
of
in
it.
Haiti, like in if it's very important, the social culture, the culture that we have. When
Absolutely.
something is happening, somebody feels like, okay, I am. Come on, that is on Creole. There is a. I
No,
cannot find the expression.
l'autre niveau.
Yes.
L'autre niveau.
No, lot niveau la akunye.
L'autre niveau.
Yeah, so you have to use what work, because if that's where their emotion is, then that's
Absolutely.
basically the
Exactly.
emotion is what's going to get to them to act differently.
Exactly.
But if you talk logic, they want what makes sense.
Yes,
to them.
you will tell them about the environment, especially
That's
if they
logic
live
for
in
them.
town. It's so far from them.
They don't attach to it. Got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Educated people, yes, but in the common people, that's what influences them. It's really the economic aspect, and when
And
they
do they-
calculate, they say it,
Got it.
And that's
They
why
don't-
we can't be having like publicity on TV. No, it has to be a door-to-door awareness.
That's a great thing that you say, because back home, I remember how word of mouth was the best way for news to travel.
Absolutely.
Because
You go to the
especially the
market.
people who have no access to any internet, people who really live in the wood, say omunzu lot, omunzu lot, omunzu lot.
Absolutely.
So it's the same way to get the news to everybody.
Exactly, and that's why our really target, groups. It's the women organization, women association, churches, schools, where really you can really bring awareness directly on the field.
I'm so glad that you mentioned school. Is that being taught at the school level as well? Those type of conversations?
It's not taught at the school level, and that's why now we are, put an hold on the initiative because we are partnering with a large company, a propane gas company, so that now we can go, and work with schools, work with the Women Association, had a bigger impact. Otherwise, it's a lot of effort. So with this partner that needs also that is going to promote this product, so we're going really to, in 2 or 3 months, we start.
Got it. I was looking at my other screen. I thought I had a message, because I want to do this so people can ask questions while we are online. And I thought I had a message from someone. No, it's not. I don't know how to. I'm still learning that live thing. But we live, so because I want to be able to have people
conversation, so it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. you spoke about that the vital voice. I noticed that I saw a post that you posted on your page the other day. Like Amanda Gorman is part of Vital Voice.
She was a board member, but now she's like me in the advisory global council,
Okay.
and she's an inspiration. I've been with this movement since 1998.
Oh, wow.
And this movement was launched in 1997 by Hillary Clinton, Madeleine Albright, these women, U.S. women.
Okay.
And we were 6 Haitians. We were invited to participate to the launch of the movement in the America.
Uh-huh.
And back to Haiti, we decided to replicate, to model what we have seen in Montevideo. And we organized a big, forum inviting all women organizations from all over the country. I wasn't in the women movement at this time. That's the way I joined. And these women came and we worked on the strategic plan. And since we have built the Vital Voices chapter in Haiti. And I've been for some times, and now we have a new generation leading the chapter. Yeah.
What is the chapter? What is their mission in Haiti?
The mission is modeled after the mission of the global movement.
Okay.
It's about looking for emerging leader or accomplished leader, and give them visibility. Provide them with visibility. So it's to empower them. It's an empower, and it's a movement. It's a movement empowering leaders, only leaders, so that they can have a multiplying effect. So themselves they can impact other women.
Okay.
So we are a network of kind of 15,000 globally, but we have a group of 100 that we call the VV100. And there is a very selected group of 12, 15, I don't remember, that is part of the Global Advisory Network. And I'm so proud to be part of the network, It's very dynamic. And now what is interesting with the pandemic, we are on Zoom, we are on WhatsApp, thing that we didn't have 2 years ago. And we realize how connected we are now.
Yeah.
Because
that's the one thing. That's like with every challenge, there's always gift. That's what I believe.
Opportunities. You need to seize them.
Yes.
And that's why I think also Haiti can really capitalize on this momentum.
Yes.
Because we are very resistant to COVID. And until scientific people will tell me what it is, I truly believe that a miracle is happening in Haiti right now with the COVID-19. And it happened in my own house where my grandmother, which is 90, got infected without any symptoms. And she had 2 embolia.
Your grandmother?
My mother.
Oh, your mother.
And she got COVID, and we with our tea, our whatever.
So you had her tested? That's how you knew?
Yes. No, myself, I had the symptom, so I was sick. My mother, my daughter, they were asymptomatic.
What a blessing!
So and you see, Haitians are having demonstration. Having churches, big marches,
and nobody's making precaution.
Carnival, everything, carnival.
Yes, I was surprised they were having carnivals because it's like it seems like Haiti is because we have not been affected, so they act as if they're immune because that's what it's showing because it's only a small portion that's affected. And when you compare with the numbers in the Dominican Republic, it's a miracle, like you said, because.
But I think that they are infected, but they treat themselves. Because every Haitian has a fièvre. They have a fièvre.
So they don't
No,
know.
there is no COVID. They know, but they don't want it to be COVID. They have a la fièvre.
OK, so they call it until la fièvre. Et puis, yo prend ti feuille yo, et puis yo connaît yo bon.
Exactly. And not to connect, they are good. They are treated.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good. Yeah.
They're good. They're good.
Wow.
So that's why I said, for me, it's a miracle, you know, until they really prove me that it is not one.
Yes, yes, yes.
And as I said, if this miracle can happen, other miracle will happen.
I that's my belief. I believe that pa gen rien ki pa gen prière pa gen amen, like my mom used to say. This has to stop at one point. We don't know when, we don't know how, but so many of us are doing so much wherever it's coming from, whichever way it's going to happen. It has to happen. And that leads me, that's a good segue to ask you some question about our groups, because there are some questions that are uniform that I like to ask when I am having a conversation. And I would love to have your opinion about the group. I know you told me that it's such a group. You told me a little bit about it, what you think about the group, and also how can we grow it to make a difference in Haiti?
I think the most important is to continue to do what you're doing right now, and having voices of men and women, but mostly women from Haiti and also from the diaspora. So this way there will be a connection and there will be more trust, because, you know, there is those prejudice, those lack of, you know, trust among us in Haiti, in the diaspora, and diaspora Haitian, you know. So I think it's this kind of conversation that are nothing, you know, intellectual, nothing in politics, nothing, where we can know each other. And if we manage to tell the woman, each one woman, invite 10 friends, and the other 10 will invite other 10. I don't know if you have a good Haitian Ladies Network. Now they are more than 50,000.
Yes.
You know? Yes. So I think it's the kind of, and I think what is important with what you're doing is the weekly conversation. I think this, you don't need to do anything else. This weekly conversation, and also creating a space. I've seen that you have this space for people to promote their business. And after that, they will be able to pay, you know, to do it. And it will be good for everybody.
Yes, that's what I see. I so appreciate what you say, because it is important to me. I want to when I post the ad to promote on Thursdays, because I feel like when we know what somebody else's business is, we can support each other. Like when they say, when we were having Black Lives Matter, they had a day where they say buy Black only. So we can buy Haitian, we can purchase services from Haitian, and then Haitian can improve their services to be even better for our own community.
Absolutely. And also, we can develop business partnership also.
Yes.
You know, knowing what you're doing. And for me, it's quite interesting, because also I work a lot on the field with rural women in 2 sectors, in Yam, and now we're going to work also in Jumu and Kokowa.
Oh, wow.
So, and this way, if we can do our own promotion, you know, buy Yam, buy Jumu from Haiti. Let me give you an example.
I'm having goosebumps.
All Haitians, you know, have their soup Jumu on January 1st. And they can have it also every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Yes, some of us do have it every Sunday.
Exactly. In Haiti also. But guess what? In 2018, Haiti export $50,000 of Jumu, the exact Jumu that we have, to the US. The Dominican Republic, our neighbor, they exported 4.8 million.
Wow.
Of Jumu. And I don't know if you remember in last year, I don't know if they did it in 2019, I don't know if they did it in 2020. You had Bravo, Presidente, all those supermarkets in South Florida putting the Jumu with Lozay, with Maggie, and the Haitian flags. Those were Jumu coming. They were Jumu coming from the Dominican Republic. Or the Haitians sell them to the Dominican Republic to grow their offer. So, and our products enter the US market without any taxes, any duty. So we should produce more to become competitive and export, because you are a market, you're in the diaspora.
Absolutely. I remember I saw Jumu at one grocery store, and I'm not sure which one. And the tag on the Jumu says, I forgot which country. It was a Latin country. I'm not sure if it was Costa Rica or whatever it was. But it says, I'm going to use the word Costa Rica, but I'm not sure if it was Costa Rica. Okay. It said, Jumu from Costa Rica, but grown in Haiti. And I'm saying, like, that tag made no sense to me. So it seems like, no, I'm sorry, imported from Costa Rica, but grown in Haiti. And I'm saying, so we are not getting the credit to import it. Yeah, it's being sent somewhere else and then come from that place to here. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I'm sure that they put it grown in Haiti because they know that is a product that Haitian buys.
Yes.
And Haitian are very emotional, very nostalgic. You know, they will go and buy it.
Buy it.
You know, in Miami, I've seen a package of tri-tri. You know, tri-tri, those small fishes, very small fishes. Tri-tri, and it was written tri-tri in Creole. I say, wow, Haiti is exporting tri-tri. And when I read the package, it was come from Thailand.
Oh, wow.
But they know that we are a market.
The name, and because there is a large population, Haitian population in South Florida.
Concentrated in South Florida.
Especially in Miami.
Exactly, or Brooklyn, you know?
Yes, in New York. In New York, Florida, Chicago, we have our own section.
In New Jersey
as well. We're all over, actually.
Yes, but there is a concentration. So there is this possibility to. And the other thing also, now we have company, they can deliver the Jumu at home to your house.
That's amazing.
That's
absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
You know, so what we have to realize that by promoting this, we will have our women on the field go out of poverty, go out and be able to sell their product in valued market.
Wouldn't that be, I mean, if those people who work so hard on the field could find a way to get those products sold, and then they can feed themselves, feed their family, take care of them. Absolutely. And those women are hard-working women. They deserve to be celebrated.
And the thing also,
their children. When I say them, I'm thinking about those people, they're raising their children, and then they are the example, the hard-working women and parent, I would say, a lot of hard-working men as well in Haiti, working to build something for their children so their children can have something better.
Absolutely.
This is so beautiful.
And this way also we will, improve our agriculture, and our youth won't have to go to Chile, to go to Brazil, to do these trips that are really terrible, So, and we need the diaspora for this, for different reasons. First, you're a market, but also you have the capacity to invest with those producers.
Yes.
So we were in this group. In this group, we can work on this, In fact, next week, I will spend a week in Grandance to work with the producers of yam
Mm-hmm.
and cocoa to really see how we can really build their entrepreneurial, capacities.
That's
Because
great.
the thing is, they just consider themselves as farmers, as peasants, like in the US. They don't use the word peasant anymore in the US. They're farmers. And the farmer has
Farmers.
strife,
Farmers.
they have mechanics, and they used to be peasants in the past.
Yeah, they're farmers.
Exactly.
So, and we have a lot of farmers back home.
Yes.
We have a lot of farmers back home.
Yeah. So
they need to know how to elevate their business. And I know we're running out of time, and I am somebody that is very, I take time, people's time up is your time is precious. So I want to make sure I honor the time. And I know we started late, and we can continue that conversation another time. I hope, because I know everybody has a story. And as we are sharing our stories, one conversation after another, that's what it takes for change. One conversation at a time. And then we can make a change.
So, and also, I'm open to questions, so they can send a question on the group and just tag me.
Yes.
Also, we can pursue the conversation.
That was my next question to you. How can we bring support to what you're doing?
We will pursue the conversation, and I can have some of my women farmers coming and talk in Creole. And
I would love that. I would love to have, like you say, you're going to Grand Dance next week.
Yes.
I would love one day that you are with the women farmers or male farmers. It will be, I don't know how connection is for them over there. I would love to have a conversation with them like that. Or we can do a pre-recorded conversation via Zoom only. It doesn't have to be live, and I can post it after, because there are some people I'm meeting like that. Because it will be great for them for their voices to be heard here too.
Absolutely.
I think it will make a big difference. Yes. So on that note, we have 3 minutes left, and I want to ask you 3 questions.
Wow.
They're going to be short questions. So you, 2 of them is one word question. How would you describe your life with 1 word answer?
Blessed.
Blessed. Okay, that's beautiful. And how would you describe Haiti? 1 word.
2 words.
What is it?
2 words.
2 words, okay.
An abused woman.
A what?
An abused woman.
Oh. We got some work to do. We got work in our hands for Haiti. And how would you, what will be your message for Haitian? What advice would you give to it? It doesn't have to be 2 words. This one is your sentence.
I think it's to gather the way we are gathering right now.
Okay.
To have this conversation, because it's by having the conversation between us that we will be able to change the narrative.
Okay. Yes, one conversation at a time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Danielle.
Our own one.
Thank you. That is perfect. Thank you so much. We'll have another conversation with Danielle.
Absolutely. Let's stay in touch and invite other people in the groups.
Yes, that's the thing. It's like I'm telling people to invite, because actually I have a saying that I like to say, we are 1,300. If each one invite one, then we can double the group immediately.
Absolutely. Yes.
At least one, and then if they want to each one invite 10.
And build the market.
Yes, and build the market. So thank you so much. This was a candid conversation with Danielle Saint-Lot. We're going to post her link right here below this conversation, link to her website. And Danielle said, any questions that you may have, just tag her and post them right here. On that note,
good night. Messenger. I don't use Messenger. So do it, directly.
If they tag you here, you'll be tagged and then you'll be
Absolutely.
notified. So
Exactly.
on that
Exactly.
note, it was Candid Creole with Danielle Saint-Lot. Thank you so much and have a good evening, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.